As one of the most beloved women in Hollywood, Jennifer Lopez can do no wrong. Cardoons, also known as cardones, are a type of edible thistle native to the Mediterranean region and grown in several parts of the world for decorative and culinary purposes, via Missouri Botanical Garden. A member of the asteracae family alongside dandelion and burdock, the cardoon looks like a cross between a super thick celery and an artichoke, according to Britannica. In fact, the cardoon is such a close relative to the famous green globe that it's sometimes referred to as the artichoke thistle. She can sing, dance, and act, and she has a killer figure that many women aspire to have. But make no mistake, this thistle plays second fiddle to no one. Per Oprah Daily, Lopez has an extremely disciplined diet and exercise regimen, making her one of the fittest celebrities in Tinseltown. Lopez's body is so famous that it needs protection. In the wild, cardoons grow as high as 6 feet tall and sprout thick gray-green stalks surrounded by fuzzy, jagged leaves and gigantic purple flower buds. With its eye-catching purple buds, spiny leaves, and robust grayish-green stalks, the cardoon is both a beauty and a beast. That may explain why its scientific name, Cynara cardunculus, is derived from the Greek word for dog, kion, via cedaholic. But don't let that intimidate you. Get to know more about this thistle with us, and you may find yourself wondering why you waited so long to give it a try. The origins of cardoons. Though you may not have ever heard of cardoons until now, they've been around for quite some time. Per Wisconsin horticulture, the spiny-leafed thistle was first cultivated by ancient Greeks, Romans, and Persians. They later made their way to other parts of Europe, and then to colonial America. A Taste of History with Joyce White explains they were a fixture in English-language cookbook recipes in the 18th and 19th centuries. But given the amount of work required to prepare them, they lost some of their widespread appeal over time, per Saveur. But cardoons never really went away. People reported in 2015 that she reportedly had her booty insured for $27 million. The Hustlers star became a fashion icon in the early 2000s when she showed up on red carpets in plunging necklines and leggy dresses. Out of style, perhaps. While Lopez has made numerous best-dressed lists throughout her career, she's also had several run-ins with the fashion police. Overshadowed by its artichoke cousin, sure. But cardoons are still very much present, especially in traditional Italian and North African cuisine. Don't let its obscurity fool you into thinking this vegetable isn't worth the trouble. As Saveur notes, the cardoon features significantly in traditional Italian Christmas meals, Moroccan dishes, and Iranian stews, with many people flocking to specialty markets to get their hands on some. But a yummy, artichoke-like flavor isn't all this thistle has to give. In Portugal and Spain, the enzyme-rich cardoon flower stamens are used as a vegetarian rennet to ripen cheese like the Torta del Cacer and Torta de la Serena, via Culture Cheese magazine. They're also beloved by florists and gardeners, winning the Royal Horticultural Society's Award of Garden Merit. Not everyone can handle Lopez's sex appeal, and she is not immune to bad fashion choices. Keep scrolling to find out all of the inappropriate outfits Lopez has been caught wearing and what other people had to say about them. Jennifer Lopez's green Versace dress broke the internet. It's hard to believe that Jennifer Lopez has graced us with her bold and oftentimes controversial outfits for more than 3 decades. The star's style evolution has been something amazing to witness, but there is a dress that unmistakably turned Lopez into a fashion icon and made people go crazy over it. At the 2000 Grammy Awards, Lopez wore the now famous Versace jungle dress. And, per Plants for a Future, cardoons may even have medicinal properties. What do cardoons taste like? Unlike its spiky-leafed relative the artichoke, whose flower buds are stripped petal by petal to get to a tasty heart in the center, cardoons are known for their mild-flavored, edible stalks. Normally, these are braised, steamed, boiled, or fried, but they can also be baked or eaten raw. It's entirely up to personal preference. When the stalks are uncooked, they're said to have a woody flavor and tough, chewy consistency that some find unpalatable, but others believe to be delicious when marinated in olive oil. As Cooks Info points out, many people prefer to parboil the stalks before adding them to other dishes, as this can reduce the bitter flavor. When cooked, cardoon stalks have a tender texture and mild flavor that make them a pleasant addition to soups, stews, salads, and gratins. Yes, the one with a green sheer fabric, semi-tropical print, and a neckline that went far past Lopez's belly button.
The dress was so iconic that it actually broke the internet, leading Google to create the image search feature because people wanted to know who designed it, per GQ. While the dress became a massive talking point at the time, Lopez had no regrets when she went against her stylist's advice and chose to wear it. She told Vogue in 2019, "I didn't think it was all that risque, to be honest." Some people compare their taste to the highly coveted artichoke heart, via The Guardian. "I was more excited that it was the Grammys. I wasn't even really thinking about the dress that much. I was just glad I had something to wear." Jennifer Lopez loved showing off her body on the red carpet. If you thought the Versace jungle dress was eye-catching from the front, then Jennifer Lopez's red carpet look from the 7th annual MTV Movie Awards in 1998 was a different type of risque. Lopez donned a shimmering, low-cut halter top that left her backside exposed, paired with black leather jeans. It was Lopez's first time at the MTV Movie Awards, and that outfit definitely left an impression on the media. InStyle noted that Lopez's look stood the test of time, whereas Who What Wear declared it as one of her most viral outfits of all time. The outfit may not be as memorable as the Versace one, but you see that Lopez loved showing off her body and wasn't shy about attending her first MTV Movie Awards red carpet. Lopez was ahead of the game with her hair accessories, too, wearing jeweled hair clips and earrings to match. Of course, her smile was also enough to light up the red carpet. Jennifer Lopez went cowboy chic at the 2019 Grammy Awards. For every show-stopping dress Jennifer Lopez wears, there are bound to be a few duds. This also means they pair well with acidic and rich flavors, like lemon and cheese. In this case, the fashion miss happened when she attended the 2019 Grammy Awards with then-boyfriend Alex Rodriguez. Lopez wore a bedazzled Ralph and Russo high-neck, floor-length gown, which showed a lot less skin. The Guardian recommends braising them with herbs, garlic, lemon, and vinegar, plus plenty of rendered fat or olive oil. Buying and storing cardoons. Since cardoons aren't as popular in the U.S., they aren't usually available at most major grocery stores. However, you may be able to find fresh cardoons in some seasonal farmers markets or specialty stores. Some Italian groceries may even sell a canned or jarred variety. But people weren't as upset about Lopez's cover-up as they were with the enormous hat on her head. USA Today declared Lopez one of the worst-dressed stars that night, saying that her bejeweled wide-brimmed hat and crystal-covered collar blinded us for all the wrong reasons. PopSugar, meanwhile, wrote that the cowboy hat overshadowed her dress. Lopez, though, didn't seem to mind the criticism, telling people on the red carpet that she loved her look. Plenty of fans also left positive comments on Lopez's Instagram post about the hat, with one person writing, "Thank you for wearing hats so beautifully." Jennifer Lopez loves herself some high-slit dresses. Even though Jennifer Lopez has moments where she covers up on the red carpet, she's a lady who really loves to show off her legs, and what better way to do that than wearing high-slit dresses? Lopez has shown off her gams throughout the years, but her dress at the 2013 Grammy Awards was certainly something to marvel at. When buying fresh, look for cardoons that have pale grayish-green-colored leaves and heavy, firm stalks. Be mindful of the texture of the leaves. They should be soft to the touch, but neither wilted nor brittle, via Food 52. After you bring your cardoons home, wash them thoroughly and remove the outer skin on the flat side of the stalks as well as the fibrous string, which is inedible. Lopez stunned in a simple black gown with an off-shoulder cut and a high thigh slit on the opposite side. Using gloves might come in handy here, since cardoons are covered in prickles that can irritate the skin. For best results, the Spruce Eats says to use a vegetable peeler or paring knife to trim the leaves from each stalk, using a downward motion. The dress was simple but still got people talking about how she was able to walk down the carpet without exposing herself. Lopez was happy with her dress, telling Ryan Seacrest, via The Hollywood Reporter, that CBS dress code for the event was not a factor. They said nothing about the legs. "I thought I was being such a good girl. A little shoulder and a little leg," she explained. Plant Abundance on YouTube offers a great video demonstration on how to do this. And sometimes, that's all Lopez needs to steal the red carpet. Some of Jennifer Lopez's tour outfits were not well received. It's no secret that Jennifer Lopez loves showing off her body on the red carpet and on social media. Next, remove and discard the white string.
The more you cut it, the easier the process should become, as the strings will start to slide off on their own. So it came as no surprise to her fans that Lopez wore some very revealing outfits on her It's My Party international tour in 2019. So revealing that she was sued by a lawyer in Egypt for dressing inappropriately. According to Gulf News, lawyer Samir Sabri claimed that Lopez's concert outfits, along with the concert date, which fell on a Muslim holy day, were extremely inappropriate. It's unacceptable for some people to be performing religious rituals in Mount Arafat while others watch a star performs in controversial attire, he stated, via Mashable. As a performer, Lopez needs her concert looks to be practical and eye-catching at the same time, and that didn't seem to register with some people. As you're cutting, toss each piece of stock in a bowl of cold water with a splash of lemon or vinegar to prevent discoloration, since the stems will oxidize once exposed to air. Wrap raw cardoon stems in a plastic bag and store in the crisper drawer of your refrigerator for up to a week. How to cook with cardoons. Though you may think the unusual appearance of cardoons makes them difficult to cook with, they can actually be prepared in many different ways. But with Lopez's professionalism, we're sure the lawsuit didn't deter her from giving it her all. Tagine, a popular stew from North Africa, often features the stewed stems. Zuppa di cardi is a brothy Italian dish that derives flavor from cardoons sautéed in butter and oil, via Memory di Angelina. In Tasting Table's yummy fried cardoons recipe, the stalks are first boiled with white wine, thyme, and lemon, and the fried pieces are garnished with parmesan and parsley. Per The Guardian, braising is one of the most popular ways to prepare cardoons because it requires the least amount of prep work. The heat flattens all of the prickly parts while also toning down the bitterness, so there's no need to worry about a ton of prep. Another option is to preserve them in olive oil and serve them alongside an array of dips for a tasty appetizer. Riverford Organic Farmers says cardoons pair well with rich, cheesy flavors, so try a cream cheese-based spread as an accompaniment. You could even use them in place of pasta for a noodle substitute to make a gluten-free lasagna-style casserole. To save time, you can boil cardoons up to 1 day before you actually plan on serving them. Are cardoons good for you? Like artichokes, another member of the plant genus Cynara, cardoons are one of the best vegetable sources of vitamin B9, magnesium, and a whole host of other antioxidants and minerals. Nutrition data shows that a single 1-cup serving of shredded cardoons accounts for a whopping 20% of the daily recommended intake for potassium, a vital electrolyte that supports nerve function and helps lower blood pressure. Other research suggests that eating cardoons may be beneficial for the kidneys and liver, since they can reduce blood glucose levels, via National Library of Medicine. They're also low-calorie and contain almost no fat, as long as you don't batter and fry them, but we wouldn't blame you if you did, of course. Still intimidated by cooking this unfamiliar thistle? Adding some chopped cardoon stems to a stew or gratin is an easy way to sneak them into your diet. Growing your own cardoons. Since cardoons are such a rare find in U.S. grocery stores, it can be a wise decision to add them to your garden. Per The Daily Garden, they're easier to grow than artichokes and considered drought-resistant. This probably explains why they grow like weeds in the Mediterranean and California. Keep cardoon plants outdoors in a sunny area, and you can expect them to be ready for harvest within 120 to 150 days of planting, according to Gardeners HQ. The stalks taste better the younger they are, so they're best removed in spring or winter, right before the plant flowers, via Cooksinfo. If you plan on cooking with homegrown cardoons, Gardeners HQ says their flavor can be improved by a process called blanching, not the cooking term, which involves building a mound of dirt around the plant and wrapping it in burlap. Planting cardoons is a great way to add a beautiful pop of color to your garden. Wisconsin Horticulture notes that pollinators like bumblebees and butterflies love the thistle's purple flowers, so having them around can be a boon for other plants you have. Plus, you get the added benefit of access to a unique, nutritious vegetable that's usually quite pricey, so it's a double win. One thing to keep in mind: these thistles like their space. They're nearly twice the size of a standard globe artichoke, so make sure they have plenty of room before you plant them.